As civilian defenders fell back on all sides, being pursued by enemy forces, a mech-inf battalion belonging to the 77th Motorized Infantry Brigade and another mech-inf battalion belonging to the 199th Motorized Infantry Brigade have now aided other forces in other parts of the entire city with bottling in American civilian defenders, who now form a few different defense lines. Ring 1 and then Ring 2. But by hour 4, 3 going into hour 4, I'm sorry, the second defense line ring had been established and was under assault from both across the river and also on all sides surrounding it around downtown and its immediate neighborhoods. There, in the area that I'm about to show you, which is right here, were 6 companies of mechanized infantry operating. 3 from each battalion. 3 from this mech-inf battalion belonging to the 77th, and the other mech-inf battalion here belonging to the 199th. And I take you there now to this tactical map battle here. As you can see, the fighting is intense, and along the highway advances a column which is essentially infantry fighting vehicles and armored personnel carriers filled with their troops, advancing down the highway across the river from the other 3 who are assembled, which is 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. Some in their vehicles, some dismounted. And also there's 2 more, which is 1 right here and 1 right here. Again, some vehicles and some dismounted, and some operating with their vehicles. And as you can see, the column going down the highway are all mounted up in their vehicles. The ones below it are doing a bit of the rolling shield with some on either side in the front to escort and protect the sides of the and backs of the armored personnel carriers, while the armored personnel carrier itself, its gunner and driver, maintain the frontal security. As American forces are engaged, where you can see the light red surrounding the green individual dots, which are soldiers, manning this barricade or this fortified position to guard the bridge. They are being assaulted, outflanked from behind. They're also proceeding up under the overpasses of the highway and in this other sector as well. And as you can see, note how they move, how they punch right through the center before going around to enclose an entire area before other elements come up and clear. That is how they proceed with that hammer and anvil tactical maneuver I showed you 2 videos back. That they were doing in the eastern side of the city across the river, but in the southwest pocket of it. You can see all the light red is where Jcks0nvlle forces are attacking the individual defenders. Some are inside of rubble or what few buildings remain, and others are out in the middle of the street. Bear in mind that many of these are civilians who lack any sort of formal military training or tactical knowledge. But some are veterans and some are putting up a decent fight. But for the most part, civilians are being butchered left and right, as many cannot stand against the combined might of precision artillery strikes called in, which have largely died down to avoid friendly fire in the immediate battle space. But bear in mind that just north off the map, in the city hall area, Gov Quarter, there had been heavy carpet munitionings, I'll call it, by Tu-22M heavy strategic bombing aircraft. Now, you can see that some of the MiGs, which were shown in prior videos, there were 12 total in the squadron providing air support. Another has yet broken off and fired one of its large, nearly 10-inch diameter S-24 rockets, and also firing its huge 30-millimeter nose cannon with exploding tipped armor-piercing ammunition, which is blasting concentrations of infantry to pieces, to provide close-in air support for the PLA troops that are coming across the river to advance. But there are also small reserves of defenders, and some are by the Everbank football stadium here, or sports stadium, who are counterattacking the attacking PLA forces coming across the bridge here. And there are also some coming from this neighborhood here who are attacking this bridge area where another company, one belonging to the 199th, is attacking there. You can see that also in other areas, these barricades on the highway interchange here have been annihilated, and they continue north. They're literally driving all the way up to bisect this area, cleared on each side. So these troops are more or less a flanking maneuver here, coming from across the river. Now, these troops here are part of the main assault forces going up and doing the clearing of the defenders. So, again, this is hour 3 going into hour 4. The next video I will be showing you will focus on the final last defense line, which is between hours 4 and 6, when the city actually falls as it enters hour 6. So the city is basically entirely under PLA control by that time. So, again, next video, final defense line.